everyone. Welcome back to A for Analysis YouTube channel. Today we are at day 31 of the series SQL50. Today's problem statement is primary department for each employee. So we have an employee table with employee ID, department ID and primary flag. Employee ID and department ID pair is the primary key combination of columns with unique values for this table. Employee ID is the ID of the employee, department ID is the ID of the department to which the employee belongs. Primary flag is an enum or category of type Y or N. Y means the department is the primary department of the employee. If the flag is N, then it is not the primary department. Employees can belong to multiple departments. When the employee joins other departments, they need to decide which department is the primary department. Note that when an employee belongs to only one department, their primary column is N. Write a solution to report all employees with their primary department. For employees who belong to one department, report their only department. So there are two things which are happening. The first condition is when the employee belongs to only one department, then we don't have to regard for the primary flag. Primary flag would be N, but still we have to get this result. But when there are more than one department IDs present for any particular employee, in that case, we can directly use the primary flag to get which is the primary department. Return the result table in any order. So this is how our employee table would look like. We have employee ID, department ID and primary flag, and our final output should look like employee ID and department ID, where this is the department ID of the primary department for uh, each employee ID. So now let's look at the solution. So first we are getting single department folks, because of course for the single department folks, we don't have to look at the primary flag column. That's why we can do this separately. So that's what we are doing here. We are just querying the employee ID and count of department ID grouped by employee ID, having count of department ID equals to 1. So here, because we are doing a where condition on the aggregate function, here instead of where, we are using having. Where keyword is not used, having keyword is used along with aggregate function. So now that we have the CTE to simply extract all the employees with single department, so directly we will get the employees from here. After that, we are also getting employee ID and department ID from the employee table where primary flag is Y or employee ID is in single department. So first we are getting all the employee IDs for single department belonging to single department, and in the final query we are taking care of the other condition, which is where the primary flag is Y. So there were two conditions. If there are multiple departments, in that case we can simply look at the primary flag. Wherever it is Y, we can take that as primary department. But if the employee belongs to single department, in that case this flag will be N, right? So that's why we cannot get both types of employees using this condition. That's why single department folks we are separating first, and then using an OR condition, which means either it will satisfy this condition, which is for employees belonging to multiple departments, or employees belonging to single department. we are getting all the employees and their primary department. So that's about the solution. See you in the next one.